Hello guys, in this video we're gonna cover what are workers and how to configure a worker in your Octopus deploy. So talking about workers, basically workers are the machines or the additional machines that you can add in your Octopus deploy, and you can increase the speed or the scalability of computation stuff that you are doing with the Octopus deploy. For example, whenever normally we're gonna run a process inside our project, it's basically using the backend Octopus server to run that entire process, or basically, the computation part is being used from the Octopus server, or it could be the computation capability we are using from our deployment targets as well. But let's say, you have huge number of jobs running in parallel and you need quite a good computation capability. So what you can do is, you can add some additional machines into the Octopus deploy, and you can design your jobs to use those additional machines named as workers, whenever they are getting executed. So this is how, like, the load from your main Octopus server will got reduced, and you can divide your basically entire load onto multiple machines. So workers basically helps you to achieve this thing. So you can read the description over here as well, like worker let you delegate work to a machine other than your Octopus server for basically increase speed, scalability, and security. To create a new worker, you have to click on add worker over here, and then you need to select like which kind of additional worker you want. It's a Linux based, Windows based, or Mac. So let's click on Linux, and then we're gonna click on SSH. Over here you need to define your host name, like the machine IP, which basically gonna act as a worker in this Octopus deploy. For this, we need to go to again, like, back to AWS, where we had already created our test pre-prod and prod instances. So we're gonna create one more instance, and we're gonna add that instance as a part of our basic like worker. So let's click on Amazon Linux 2, and I'm gonna click on T2 Micro over here. We need only one additional machine as of now, and we're gonna click on Add Storage. All right. Make sure 22 port is open because we need SSH capability. All right. So I'm gonna click on Launch, and you can select your PAM file, which is named as Octo, and you have to click on Launch Instance. All right. Let's name this machine as Octopus Worker. Alright, so our machine is up and ready to use now. So let's copy this IP from here, and let's go back to the configuration page of worker, where I'm gonna paste the host name and the port remains 22. Let's click on next. Alright, so here you need to add the worker pool name. For this, what you need to do is, like, you need to go to the worker pools, and here you need to create a pool. So what is pool? Basically, a pool is a kind of you can say the combination of machines from which we can take one machine at a time or multiple machines at a time, and then once those machines are free, we can bring them back into the pool. So let's create a worker pool. Click on add worker pool. So it's named as my pool. Let's save it. Alright, so it's been created now. Let's give a refresh over here, and then you'll be able to select your worker pool name. Alright, let's click on select worker pool, and you can see my pool option over here. And then make sure that you must change the display name of your worker over here, and then you have to select an account with which you can authenticate this worker. So over here I had created a worker key, which I'm selecting. So how to create an account, it's been already discussed in the previous videos. In case you don't have an idea, you can visit this accounts tab over here, and then you have to click on add account, and you need to click on SSH key pair, and then you need to provide your EC2-user, and then you need to upload your PEM file over here, and then your account will be created. And once created, you have to select the same account over here, and then you have to click on the save over here. All right, so make sure that the name is being updated properly, otherwise you'll not be able to recognize your worker. So it's been saved now. Click on the connectivity, and it's gonna perform some health checks on your worker. All right, so health check is done, so our worker is ready to use. If I'll click back on infrastructure and I'll go to workers now, so I can see one worker is created with the named as worker 1, and it's part of a worker pool named as my pool. So we can add more workers in this pool, and whenever required we can take workers out of this pool and we can use those workers. And once the task got completed, the workers will be bring back to this pool, and they will be available for the next use. So that's it for this video. In the next video we're gonna see a live example how to use a worker in our project, and we're gonna cover some deeper insights on workers in the next video. Thanks for watching.